And 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, I'm gonna show my capabilities. Okay, for making an interpretation directly without having prepared anything, just being spontaneous on this news that happened more than 5 years ago. Okay, it is not updated. Okay, not breaking news. Okay, now, it is in Spanish. How would I make an interpretation? Okay, Spanish. This is the way they hunt a jet, a Venezuelan jet coming from Venezuela loaded with drugs that after landed, okay, a fire began on the jet, okay, at Quintana Roo province, Mexico. Okay. Okay. Mexican radars detected, okay, or caught the small aircraft. It was a jet. Even since it took off from Venezuelan territory. The point of origin or departure of many aircrafts operated by NARCO, and they are looking after go through Mexico, but Mexican radars will track them down. Okay? Aha. This Hawker 700 model loaded with drug, okay, was sinking to enter illegally on Mexican territory this Sunday, but it crossed against the wall, okay, that perhaps they didn't spot, and each time it's more difficult, okay, to go. Uh, it is more difficult to go around the radars for drug cartels, not against the physical war, against this. Uh, okay, I mean these difficulties they will face. Okay, okay. Now, this is about an integral of Earth's surveillance with the SIDA. Okay. Okay. Which is a very complex, okay, entanglement of updated technology which contains radars, okay, aircraft, okay, the tarmac that would go and meet these intruders. Okay, it's been under operation about more than 10 years. Okay, and this equip is looking after to stop the southern boundaries of this country, Mexico, to impede the employment of clandestine aircraft that would sneak into the border operated by cartels, drug cartels. Okay. Now, This jet, according to Army intelligence, okay, uh-huh, okay, was tracked, okay, since it took off at 5 time, okay, setter time from a runway south of Maracaibo, Venezuela. Then, according to radars, trackers, it flew over the Caribbean Sea bound for Mexico. Okay. In this path, which would employ more than 4 hours airborne, this aircraft never was out of the radar screens of the system SIVA. Okay? And this gave a hint that this could be a clandestine flight, hidden flight. And this is the jet, the Venezuelan jet, after it landed in a road, okay, in Quintana Roo, and then a flame, a fire burst out. Okay. Uh-huh. At the beginning, uh-huh, the high commandment of the Mexican Air Force was informed or was hint about a flight which was too irregular and not regular. And this jet was a Hawker, okay, XB dash RCM with no flight plan or transponder working, which was shut off by the crew, hoping the air control would not track them so easily. Okay, because these radars are the most powerful south of Rio Bravo, and it has been updated, okay, with the assistance of the United States. It was only about 9 times the SIVA, okay, allowed to put under alert to the Air Force by tracking down this aircraft, which it was not changing course, but it went only straight, penetrating the Mexican airspace, okay, directly into sneaking into the peninsula de Yucatan. So this uh, immediately, okay, uh, originated two jets Embraer 145 to be dispatched, okay, from the air base in Ixtepec in Oaxaca. The two planes were equipped with radars, okay, so it could track exactly the path of the intruder. Once it was definitely stated, they spotted, okay, its position, another jet took off to intercept this strange aircraft. model Texan T-66, which took off from the air base in Cozumel, Quintana Roo, and then the Hawker was spotted on the radar over Quintana Roo territory. They radio an order to track, to go after the aircraft, okay, to so it was given the order to the strange aircraft to trail along, okay, to airbase number 4 on Cozumel, but no answer. They got no answer. So many attempts for a failed communication with the Hawker crew, they shifted to visual signals coming from the cabin of the Texan, where these signals, visual signals, also were ignored by the crew of the strange aircraft, which came down to a lower altitude to land on a road where a truck was already waiting. At the spot where the plane landed, okay, this spot was informed to the Air Force, okay, and they sent, okay, yes, and they say a military, okay, a military assault crew which boarded a helicopter Bell 412 with soldiers, especially soldiers, on board. Thank you.